Welcome to Steve Cooks episode 2. I'm going a little more all out this time with more ingredients and a full meal instead of just a slab of fish. Today on the menu, my friends, we're going to have chicken with sauteed mushrooms with a cheese sauce on top, beans on the side, and noodles on the side. I am not making my own noodles. I'm not making my own cheese sauce for the noodles, although I might use some of this cheese sauce for the noodles. Sidekicks are good, folks. But, as you can see, there's a little preparation prepared. First thing I want to get done, just off the bat, is do the mushrooms. I love buying mushrooms. Mushrooms soak up flavor. Now, they're grown in manure. Manure is a... So you want to rinse these off. Don't make the same mistake I did when I first started cooking with mushrooms and using soap. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's like soap, I'm going to wash it off. No. What happens then is you have mushrooms that taste like soap. Because, like I said, mushrooms absorb flavor. So instead, a simple rinse and rub will do. I'm sauteing them. There's nothing going to be remotely alive and stuck on here. So I'm just going to rinse these off right now. Okay, once again, I have forgotten to take my watch and my ring off. Now, okay, so as I said, the reason why I really like mushrooms is mushrooms absorb flavor. They don't really add a flavor of their own. They don't, not really. They kind of absorb everything around them like a sponge. That being said, I like the flavor. I like the flavor of raw mushrooms. Now, when I bought them a few days ago, they were all totally enclosed like this. This one's just beginning to show. You wanna chop them up before they really start to open up, because then they're their ripeness to that point. Let's get ourselves a frying pan. This'll do. Now, okay. I have discovered a passion for cooking things with wine. I don't like the taste of wine by itself. I'm not a big alky. But cooking with wine, my grandmother used to cook with wine. I love it. Ordinarily, since we're making chicken, you should cook with white wine. I'm cooking with red wine because A, I only have red wine, and B, actually I only have red wine, and this one's open. So that's what's going to happen here. Just to get a bit of that stir-fry fun, or that fry fun going. Gonna get a little dollop of butter. Like, again, real butter. None of this margarine crap. This is burger. You could actually eat this and you wouldn't be like, nah. So I just love them. There are few things as good as sauteed mushrooms. I'm just gonna wait for that to heat up a little. I'm gonna grab one of these. They're not cool. Everything is cooler when you make action poses. Alright. Already the butter's getting the idea that it's time to melt. Time to get this going. So I'm just gonna wait for this to heat up a bit. Come take a look at this. Okay, here's what the mushrooms look like now. Wait and see what if you've never cooked with mushrooms before. They will shrink, they will look brown, they will be delicious. You don't really need to do that much with them. Take a look at that. That is the color we're going for. Now that it's hot enough, oh yeah, never do this. I cook on maximum all the time. Never do that. Have it done on 7, otherwise you're going to burn your pens. Let's see what happens when we add a little bit of wine. Keep the camera on. If some spills over, we might get a fire. Really? That's why I've got... that's why you should always have one of these. Always. Trust me. But if there is a grease fire, check it out. Flour works just as well. Pour the stuff on, poof, no fire. Alright, here we go. A little bit of safety for you. Now the case with wine is that the alcohol is very, very low evaporation point. So that's all the alcohol immediately coming off as soon as it touches the hot elements. So what we're left with is basically just the grape and the flavor, and then the heat, it alters things. I mean, like with anything you cook, heat changes things, so the flavor starts to change a little bit. Now, I'm not gonna put salt or pepper on them right now. I'm gonna do that when they're on the chicken, and then when the chicken will be cooked. We'll do the final seasoning after. Smell that. What do you think, Daniel?
It smells pretty good, which
Really?
is weird because I don't like wine or mushrooms.
Yeah, well, that's yeah, it's strange, isn't it? That's also some of the butter you're getting too, because butter equals flavor. No margarine. Butter. It's more expensive. More expensive. Yes, I know, but it's worth it. All right, so.
Totally. I could actually just put butter on bread and eat it like that.
Oh,
actually, I have done that.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. And look, what did I say? They shrank. They shrunk down. Now they're these kind of little button things. I'd actually say they're pretty much done. So, that being said, we are going to make some cheese sauce. Moving along, regular saucepan. Type you hit Doug over the head with. On here, I'm going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter. Oh, by the way, am I coming over this off the top of my head? No. It's called the freaking recipe. Go to allrecipes.com or whatever. And yes, it's the back of a Costco receipt. Really, really simple stuff. But I'm going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter. Not margarine, but I'm melting butter here in the saucepan. And then as soon as that's in, I'm going to stir in some flour. The reason why we have the flour is to thicken it up. I have flour in my pantry. I don't actually remember buying it. I don't know why we have it. Cooking, I guess. So to thicken it up, because you don't want your cheese sauce to be running like water, right? You want it to be kind of thick like gravy, but better gravy, cheesy gravy. The recipe I used called for maybe a cup of crumbled cheese. Forget that. Go bananas. You want cheese sauce? This is going to be cheese sauce. Cheese. Alright, our butter's coming along. Come on! Faster!
Butter.
Okay, so now I'm going to stir in 3 tablespoons of flour, which is 45 milliliters for you metric folk out there. It's 3 of... So let's stir that in. Oh, it's smoking. Oh, okay. So stir that in. Ooh, that's a lovely smell. That's interesting. And then it says to stir in the milk, so we are going to get 3 scoops of milk. Actually, I hope the saucepan is big enough. If not, we're going to be switching saucepans along the stream, folks. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so this is the fridge. I'm one of those guys that when cooks, I put stuff back in the fridge and I put them away as soon as I'm done with them. That's just me. Some people like to leave them lying out. And then I'm going to stir this in. And then it's going to thicken. And as soon as it thickens, I add the cheese. I hope it thickens. Actually, yeah, look at it. I'd say that starts to thicken, I would say. All right, let's try this. Let's get some cheese going in here. I hope this saucepan is gonna... Okay, that voice is telling me to raise the heat a little. Bing. Oh, you didn't see that, did you?
Not to max, Steve. Not to max.
It's funny. I was arguing with my wife and my mom about it, and I'm like, well then, if you can't use max, why is there a max on there? And they both at the same time say to boil water. I was like, you would think I'd learn, but to this day I still cook like soup and stuff to the max. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep on adding cheese here, so I should grab another saucepan. Sorry.
Oh boy. I said not to max.
It wasn't on max. It was on 8.
It was on 8.
That's one below max.
Yeah, whatever.
So
It's just that it's milk, so when it starts heating up, it starts foaming up. Doesn't matter what the heat is. If it's hot enough, it will.
I know.
try taking it off the heat.
Steve, that was me trying to back you up, saying it's not on max.
Oh. This is my friend Nate. Nate understands. Okay. This is a saucepan that's a little too, ladies, a little too big, but What the hell? Oh, look at that, actually.
That's actually a saucepan.
This I guess is just a pot. Now, and I know this about myself. This is why you don't cook things at high temperatures. Because first of all, I acknowledge this fault about myself, but I'm the one who cleans them at the end of the day. I'm just gonna let this soak in water right now.